Okay, some obvious avalanche terrain, and we're going to cover in this little video some of the basic equipment you should have with you that everybody should bring with them if you're going into the backcountry, if you're going into areas like this. First and foremost, you need a beacon, a transceiver. Transceiver is indispensable in the backcountry. If you get buried, your best chance of survival is if you're wearing one of these and you've got a friend along with you who's also wearing one of these, so he can use it to find you, or you use it to find your buddy if he happens to be the one that's buried. Transceivers, indispensable. Many companies make transceivers. There's, if you go on the internet to Beacon Reviews, beaconreviews.com, you can get a lot of information on prices and different companies: Ortovox, Peeps, Mammoth, Backcountry Access, ARVA, Baravox, and SOS all make transceivers. Transceivers range in price from about $200. Peeps has one they call a free ride for just about $200. And the most expensive one also happens to be a Peeps. It's a DSP Advanced. That's about $550, but by no means do you have to spend that much to get a good transceiver. Spending $200 or $300 will get you one that works adequate, more than adequate. But do get one. Do learn how to use it. That is key. That's like your life jacket. The next thing that's critical and essential is a shovel. You'll need a shovel to dig somebody out if somebody in your party does get buried. You'll also need a shovel later on when you start learning more about avalanche terrain and you want to start doing your own pit analysis, digging a pit to analyze the snowpack. You're going to need a shovel. This one here is made by Black Diamond. Has an extendable handle. Makes it a lot easier to use with the extendable handle. Shovels are made by a variety of companies also. Black Diamond, Volet, Ortovox, Peeps, Backcountry Access, K2, Demon, Bell Canada, and G3 all make shovels. Shovels range from about $30 to $75 for ones that are specifically made for digging snow in the backcountry. The next thing you probably want to get is a probe pole. All those manufacturers that I've mentioned, most of them also make probe poles. Probe poles are really light. They extend out, all these little pieces go together, and they extend out to be basically a big long stick that you can poke down through the snowpack. And if you're real close to where your buddy is and you're having a hard time actually getting right on top of him to dig, you might hit his pack or something with this, or hit a leg or something, hopefully. So the very basics: your transceiver, your shovel, then a probe pole. The next thing that you probably want to get beyond that would be a slope indicator. That'll help you determine the degree of the slope that you're going on. How steep is it? Most avalanches occur between about 27 degrees and about 48 degrees of slope. In that zone, the highest concentration is between about 35 and 40 degrees. So you want to know where you are as far as how steep the terrain you're going out onto is. After that, if you're still inclined to buy more stuff, you might want to get what's called a stitch card or a crystal card. A couple of different companies make them. They're for putting snowflakes on and actually looking at the snowflakes and trying to determine what's going on within the snowpack. You use that in conjunction with a magnifying glass. There's several different magnifying glasses on the market. Little high-powered magnifying glasses to look at the snow and analyze what the crystals are doing. Lightweight saw is also indispensable later on. Books. If you want to pick up a good book, the Avalanche Handbook is a real good book by the Mountaineers Press. Another book, good book is Snow Sense. It's a guide to evaluating snow avalanche hazard. And again, from the Mountaineers Press, Mountaineers books, The ABCs of Avalanche Safety. Another one, when you get further into it, you might want to pick up is try to find a field guide to snow crystals if you're actually going to start doing snow pit analysis. But snow pit analysis is something that comes later on. For now, the basics for safety: what you need to have: your transceiver, your shovel, your probe pole, and take a class in avalanche awareness. Most of the states that have avalanche forecasting centers can put you in touch with a local local college, or some of them offer their own classes themselves. Colorado Avalanche Information Center, the Utah Avalanche Center, Northwest Weather and Avalanche Center, Bridger Teton National Forest Avalanche Center, Sierra Avalanche Center, Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center, and the Mount Washington Avalanche Center. All of those are good sources for gathering information before you go out into the backcountry. So the morning that you're heading out, check in with those folks, whatever the closest one is to your location. Checking to see what they have to say about the local forecast as far as their predictions on how safe the snow is. Avalanche.org will help you find the closest center to you, and it'll also give you an idea of where you can find courses on avalanche safety and avalanche awareness. Anybody that's backcountry skiing, boarding, snowmobiling, ski touring, climbing, mountaineering, or snowshoeing that puts you in that type of terrain, you should really consider taking a class, learning what you need to know to remain safe in the backcountry. Be safe out there, take a class, can't stress that enough. Get a beacon, learn how to use it, and have fun out there.